of a mansion, staring at the ceiling with thoughts on how to expand it. Game ain't sharing, so fuck it, we gon' demand it.
Yo. So homie Railroad Gutter, young men for the projects with a vision to better our circumstances, building from the ground up, putting 10 on everything, putting that fly shit on. So help me God. And jumping in front of cameras, man. Another episode of Bar Talk loading up right now. Live. Spin dope, pour me the fuck up. Draz, you already know what we doing.
Riq, man.
Huh? We got Bar Talk merch available. We got Project Vision merch available. Please tap in with the guys. Get your shit, because it's cold out that motherfucker. Now listen, this episode of Bar Talk, I don't even know, man. We got the homie, Riq the Kid, ILLCity's own, in the fucking building on this episode of Bar Talk. Salutes my guy for pulling the fuck up. Yeah. You already know the shit, man. Yeah, man. Now,
Bar Talk, what up?
What up? What up? What up?
What up?
What's good? Now, how we usually do this on Bar Talk, man, Project Vision, we like to build from the ground up. So we're going to take it from the bottom and build this shit up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Riq the Kid. Like, give us a spill on who is Riq the Kid. Like, where you from? You know what I'm saying? What part of Essex County you from and all that?
So, it's Riq now.
oh, yeah, all right.
Yeah,
Riq.
The kid off. But, I'm from Ill Town, and I'm from Brick City.
Okay.
And that's where
no. We from Ill Town, right?
I'm from Ill Town.
That's where you grew up at?
And I'm from Brick City.
Okay.
So I was born in Newark.
Okay.
And for the first years of my life, I lived in Newark. That same house that I grew up in.
Right.
You know, my dad wasn't around.
Okay.
So when I went to school in Newark.
Mm.
And then I went home with my mom. But even while she was at work, that's the house that I still stayed at.
No brothers and sisters?
Yeah. So I went to school first in Newark, and finally I got a little older.
Right.
Once I got to first grade, then I went to school in East Orange.
Okay.
But still no dad.
Right.
So my dad was my granddad.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I still went to that house where we first lived at.
Right. What area? What area in Newark?
4-5, North Newark.
Okay.
So I still
North
went.
side in this.
Right.
Oh, hold up. So you.
Right.
All right.
So I still went to Newark schools.
Right.
And then I started going to school in East Orange, first grade. But that's where I stayed at. My mom's at work the whole time. I ran around North Newark. And as I got older, probably I would say 5th grade, then I start going up and hanging out more in East Orange.
What parts of EO?
On William Street.
William Street?
Right. 153rd.
Right.
Still click.
Right. So all up and down William Street.
Yeah, bro.
But if you know that William Street connects, which turns into 6th Ave,
right,
it connects to North Newark.
Right.
So the school that I went to, I even had a decision. Every time I got out of school to go up to Ill Town.
Right.
Probably gonna have to try to find something to eat.
Right.
Nah, but grandma gonna have something to eat already on 4th Ave.
Yeah, for sure.
It's the same walking distance going up or going down, so I'm gonna choose to go down that way.
Nah, for sure.
This where all my friends at. You know what I mean? Anyway, in Newark.
Right.
But as I start going into the school system in EO, then I started to get the friends that was around in that neighborhood also. So because of that, I never separated, because I would have brothers that would argue with each other if they knew me.
Right.
Like, nah, he from Newark. No, he not. He from East Orange.
Right.
No, he not. So because of that, I never like took away the history of either one.
Right.
And that's where ILLCity come from. It stands for Ill Town, Brick City.
Right.
Together.
So let me ask you. So growing up, right, in your household, you the baby of your brothers and sisters, or they are like?
So on my mom's side, I'm the oldest.
Okay.
But I still do have an older brother. And then I have a brother that is under me and 2 sisters. 3 sisters, actually.
No, for sure.
Right.
So going to school and shit, right? You did Pop Warner. You did.
Right. So when you gave me the look that you gave me, I played Pop Warner. So when everybody else played for the Rams and East Orange,
right.
I ain't played for the Rams. I played for the Scorpions and the Cardinals.
So you
right,
bro.
so,
So you a North nigga then?
So hold on. So I played with the Twins.
Yeah, for sure.
I played with Smurf.
Yeah.
So I played for Pop Warner and North.
Right.
But then I played PAL basketball in East Orange at the same time.
Mm.
So I because my life fucked up, I never
Two addresses.
I never
How many
separated
Social
from
Security
either
cards
side.
you got?
Word. I never you
Word.
know separated either side because I knew that I had family on both sides that would say I'm from both places.
Let me ask you a question. What was the difference? Like, give us the
difference of living in the two.
Yeah, exactly. The environment though. Like
So
the
let me say the
of
difference.
North, East
Right?
Orange.
In East Orange, let me say with North. With North, it was more of a neighborhood because in East Orange, where I lived, it had a lot of apartment buildings. But when you walk down, it's houses too. Right. But it was a mixture of that, and plus, William Street is on that kind of hill that it don't give you that neighborhood feel. But on 4th Ave, in between 11th and 12th Street, that gave that neighborhood feel. I mean, you still had the elders that lived in the houses.
Right.
That would say, hey man, y'all can't be out here in the front of this house. Take that shit to the corner.
Yeah.
So you still had that, but you still had the elders looking out for the younger kids.
Right.
And even if you wanted to be on a corner, you still had those guys who's like, nah, yo, we want you doing that. You good at that. We want you doing that. So it was more of a neighborhood. And even though it was still in the ghetto and still street, it still had a certain kind of code because the elders was around. And that was probably the main reason why. But in Illtown, it was like my peers. So they like, let's go get in trouble and knock some shit up.
Right.
Let's do that.
Baby gutter rat.
Right. So
you know all the names.
Everybody was around us. They might have been a little bit older than you, but not where they wanted to give that kind of guidance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because to be honest, a lot of times looking for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was more like in a place where they was saying like, no, let's go and do this. And it was going to probably be some trouble.
Yeah.
At what age you started to get into that trouble though? Like, when you decided like, you know what, fuck it, let's
Heart middle era or what?
I'm gonna say 11, but I'm gonna say I always tried to stay out of trouble. Even though I was amongst them, I always tried to stay out of, but still, when you got your peers is your peers, you can't help it.
When you're around them,
it's just
because if they did some shit when you wasn't there, people still know you for being with them anyway.
Right. That happened a couple times.
You know
what I mean? And you gotta get right.
Nah, for real.
You know what I mean? I've seen you.
Yeah.
When you
I
was with
saw
them.
you with them.
Yeah.
Because Illtown crazy because Illtown still got that certain kind of culture, right? I'm gonna just say that, right?
I know this.
So if you walk up the street and you make a right or you make a left, you in a whole nother different hood.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or if you coming from school or you going to get like some shit on Main Street to eat or whatever, and you in a different hood. So if somebody see you that seen you with this hood, you know
like,
what I mean?
Like Park Ave, all the hoods are off of Park Ave.
That's a whole nother hood on Park Ave.
That itself is a hood.
So you got the Park Ave and the William Street. That's like the two.
You had Park Ave, you had William Street, but then you had on the whole other side where it was like Munn and Central Ave. That was like MHP and all that. That was a whole. That was South Side.
So that shit was broke down.
South Side of East Orange.
Yeah, it was broke down into all the North Side, South Side, and
he was on the DTH. He down the hill.
I'm on the down the hill side, the DTH side,
Oval Park and all that.
Right. So because of that, everybody was. Now it's crazy because I'm gonna just say, right, the culture, right, ended up in a lot of ways creating a certain kind of unification, right? When so many people were separate, then you'll notice that now they from the same place. You know what I'm trying to say? So that did kind of but then it still had your different hoods that,
Right.
you know what I mean?
So your love for, all right, so you was playing Pop One and all that, right? So your love for sports, you took that and transitioned into the music?
So sports was just something that, I'm going to keep it 100. Like, I never wanted to be an NBA player or
Right.
NFL player. I
Right.
never wanted to do anything that was artistic. I was always interested in that.
Dope.
Before I was even an artist musically,
Mhm.
I drew.
Mm.
So I would draw shit when I was young.
That's
Like
hip hop,
crazy,
though.
right? It is.
That's hip hop.
And if you really go back and you research the artists, right, that are rappers now, you'll see a lot of them can draw.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe not the people that do it because they use hip hop or rap as a hustle,
Right.
but the ones who are really
Nah,
artistic,
the ones that's the culture, like they even in their penmanship, you could tell how you write your letters and all that shit.
That joint we was doing over there, we doing like a documentary, and a nigga sitting next to us, we sketching shit out,
drawing everything around the room.
everything.
And is he a rapper? Is he an
Nah,
artist?
he
No,
hip hop.
He hip hop.
But he hip hop.
Yeah,
Right.
that shit is in it.
That's it's all a part of the graffiti, all that.
for
It's a
real.
part of it.
He don't rap.
And when he was coming up, that was the melting pot of some hip hop shit. East Orange was
Right.
on some melting pot.
Because
of
we
hip-hop,
had
bro. Yeah, bro.
we had heroes.
Yeah, bro.
So like
Oh,
I was fortunate. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, before we get into the hip hop heroes, because we definitely gonna touch bases on that. Like, so you went from the drawing. What made you pick up that pen or want to freestyle or start writing? What it went, poetry or shit like that? Like, what was the, you know what I mean? What was the influence on you that made you say, you know what?
So when it came down to sports was something that I got from, I wanted to do the camaraderie, right? And it was something that was fun. Football was fun, basketball was fun.
Right.
But when it came down to art, right? With sports, I kind of had to learn it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I still had to learn it. But I don't know why, when it came down to art, that shit was natural to me.
Right.
I don't know. My mom said when I was little, she used to just put a pencil in my hand and I would just do. So I don't know where that comes from, but just creatively, it was natural for me.
Right.
So I would start to draw, but then I would start to write.
Right.
And let me tell you why. The reason why I started to write is because, again, we had heroes, right? We had those heroes like Naughty by Nature that lived right down the street, right? And I was fortunate to have friends that was tangible to them, right? That would bring me around. And when they brought me around, I became family to them also. You know what I mean? So when you see people from your area doing something artistic, hip hop, right? They successful at it, they progressive at it, and then it started to become an influence,
right?
Because you like, damn, I could do that.
Yep.
And when I was young, I would always want to be like, yo, I want to be on TV, like,
no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to, but I'm gonna keep it 100. I felt like I was too shy to be on television. You know what I mean? But after you see it done, now you saying, man, I could do that shit.
And you going outside and you seeing people that just was on TV outside.
Right.
That shit, that's the part. You know what I'm saying?
What was that effect like on you as a shorty though? To see them, like, to really be able to see them, like you said, go outside and they out there, bro. Like, what was that like in that time? Because we ain't had that, like, you know what I'm saying? Even though we in that shit was not too far from us.
I remember one day I was in a playground, and while I was in the playground, Tretch was across the street. The crazy shit that it was, the payphone was right there across the street. Tretch was right there across the street on the phone. And I remember him saying he was going to try to come through and do a show in the gymnasium, but they ain't let him do it. But he was just going to do it off the cuff, right? But that's when I first seen him without really getting a chance to know who he was.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think from there it was something that was like, damn, you know, I want to do like what they doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we had a talent show. And I remember the first talent show that I did.
This was at East Orange-High?
It was in Stockton School.
Okay.
Right? Which is down the hill. Right? The first talent show that I did, I was in 6th grade. I did it with my partner, Jay Black, which was a part of my first group.
Okay.
And he was Tretch, and I was
Black. Shout out to Jay Black.
Shout out to Jay Black. And he was Tretch, I was Vinny.
Okay.
And we did that, and we killed that shit.
Right.
But you got to remember, at that time, they also had the younger guys that was rapping too. Right. So don't let me just give it to Naughty, because it was the youngsters.
Talk to him.
Yeah,
right?
nah, for sure.
Talk to him.
And it was
Illegal.
ABC.
Yeah.
Talk to him.
It was illegal.
Talk to him.
Hell yeah.
With Jamal.
Yeah, hell yeah, for sure.
And Hershey Loke.
Yeah,
right?
Hershey Loke,
He
yeah.
became Hershey Loke after that. But those guys was doing it, right? I'm definitely like, man, we can do this shit. So we start trying to do that.
Yeah.
But look,
I think all of us did that like that.
Tell them how them same people you name it used to come to the hood too.
They did, and
You gotta
the
tell them
reason
that.
why
You
they
seen
used to
them.
do that is because of Naughty. Naughty took a lot of parts in, writing for certain artists that we don't even know.
Absolutely.
But Naughty just as a whole just had a certain kind of respect, because they actually brought a style to the game that a lot of the artists, they not even aware today that it came from those footnotes right there.
For sure. Hell
You know what I mean?
Trendsetters, like
So,
heavy
right,
trendsetters. Like,
right.
man, shout
out to Naughty. Shout
So-
out to
icons.
Boy.
So,
Icons,
Vinny-
bro.
So a lot of ways that Tretch used to dress or he rap,
Right.
artists started doing that. But it was a certain kind of respect too that they all had. So they always had people come to the block, like even Mary J. Blige, Chris Webber, like you said, the youngsters, all those guys.
I just heard you spoke of Chris Webber. I just was watching a little clip when Chris Webber said he was at KG House.
Yeah, because he used
stay the night at KG House.
Because he used to come down.
And
So,
18th Street tracks for 9.
so
18th
imagine
Street.
you being a kid and you seeing these people who are successful coming because they respect other people that's from where you from success.
Right.
It influenced you. You know what I mean?
No, for sure.
So that made me feel like, damn, I could do this, especially when I went up there and I got up on that stage. And even though I didn't do my own fucking song, I still got a certain kind of energy and a response from the people. It made me say, damn, I'm going to do this shit. Now goes to, I'm about to start writing my own
All right,
shit.
so we're going to get into that. When you first wrote your own shit, how did you present it to the people, though?
It was probably with Jay Black and my man OB.
Yeah.
And
they had a little crew too.
No, we was Collision.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Yeah, we was Deadly Collision.
Yeah, Deadly Collision. Yeah.
It was them two at first, and then I was the third member that came.
You know that verse?
That first verse?
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Can I get a little?
I'm Little Shadow coming through. Don't you know my name? Don't try to put me in that shit, because I'm true to the game. You better be ready, because I'm moving too steady. If you come in my face, I cut that ass with a fucking machete. Now, when you listen to that,
I'm thinking you still about to go. Yo,
That's
give it up for
influenced by
yo, everybody up here. Yo, everybody that came up here always say they don't remember their shit.
Nah, I remember my shit. Because that's my shit that I first.
Yeah.
But that's Tretch when that's his
I hear
his
it. I hear the
style.
style. Yeah, man.
So I ain't ashamed to say I'm influenced by that's my big brother.
Like superstar, nigga, icons in the hood.
Right.
It
So
shouldn't be no shame in that.
So we start writing our own shit. And when I seen they was writing their own shit, I'm like, I could write my own shit. I'm an artist.
Yeah, sure.
Start writing my own shit. Damn, you sound good as hell. You need to be Collision. And that's how that went from that. And that was the first experience that I had and learned how to be a part of a group.
How many bars to write?
How many bars to write?
That's right.
How much you had to share. Even experiences with girls and you the lead, or you gotta catch his ad lib here, or you gotta have, if he don't got the mic and ain't no sound, then pass it there.
Yeah.
I got that a little early. You know what I mean?
What was your first studio experience? To hear your voice coming out of the speaker after you recorded, how did you feel about that? Like, Was you like, nah, I don't like my voice? Was you trying to
Nah,
change
I
your voice?
always like my shit.
Right.
Yeah, I always like my shit. When I actually got a chance to hear myself,
Right.
that made me feel even more
hungrier.
right.
I want this.
And that I can do
That's
this.
right, that's
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So,
yo, we from the same shit though, me and you, my nigga. Like,
No
you know what I'm
doubt.
saying? I'm Gap Town and all that, but
No
I'm
doubt.
Town too, my nigga. Like,
no doubt.
we from that, you know
No
what I'm saying?
doubt.
Everybody you naming, I know all of them. They
No doubt.
governments, they mothers, everybody.
No
You know what I'm
doubt.
saying? I'm from like, you know what I mean, Mass and Trub era though.
Yes, sir.
That's me. I mean that era. Like,
Yes, sir.
I knew them niggas is the sandbox. And shit
No
like
doubt.
That. Growing up, Oval Park, Coach Stand,
Right.
Civic Center, Heat,
Right.
all them niggas.
Talk
Coach
about
Jerry,
it. Talk about it.
Right.
Talk that shit, bro.
Stockton, nigga, I was there.
Right. That,
Right.
right.
94,
Talk that shit.
95.
Right.
I was there.
Talk that
You know
shit.
what I'm saying?
Right. Talk that
I'm
shit.
lying. 91, 90, 91, I was in Stockton. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, everything that you're saying, I'm very familiar with it, bro. Like,
Right.
and I was happy to know that we was doing this interview with you because I'm like, he don't even know that I'm from there.
No, I didn't.
I'm on them. If he say
Right.
anything
Right.
that ain't right, I'm on them.
Right.
Man, you ain't say nothing wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Right.
dope.
For real. Word, bro.
Salutation.
That's dope. So how long did your first group, how long did that last though?
Shit. I'm gonna say so we got almost in our 20s, our early 20s.
Word.
And then it ended up just being me and Jay Black.
Right.
Sometimes people get into a lane or a space in life where, you know, this more important.
Yeah,
I gotta be
yeah.
here. But my hunger still stayed.
Yeah. Could we like we just spoke about the icons and the legends. Who are
Right.
some of the neighborhood, the ones that ain't signed, that ain't on a big platform, that's nice from East Orange, like that was giving it up, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all had ciphers, battles, and all of that.
You still had Cruddy Click,
Okay.
like the brother Finster. And you still had Rotten Rascals.
Mm-hmm.
You still
Road
had
Dogs.
Yeah, but you know they was from the
Cali,
West,
but yeah.
right?
They was
So,
out
but
there.
from the hood, there they was. But
They
from
doing it.
from the hood,
Yeah.
you still had
Forbidden Fruit.
right. You had the Outsiders still.
Right.
You had
Credit, Still Click, of course. Up top.
Still Click,
Yeah.
Still Click, Cruddy Click.
Yep.
The G Rats. You still
Yeah.
had. You had a lot of guys that was rhyming that I thought was nice. That was
Right.
older than me. You
Yeah,
know?
and mind you, this is only just one section of East Orange, though, that he
Right.
named it. Only one section. You know what I'm saying? Of that town. You know what
I'm gonna tell you. At that same time, you even had Saladin North that
Right.
was kicking up too.
Yeah, hell yeah. Legend.
You know North
Yeah.
it's right there.
Yeah,
so
right
whatever
there.
you,
Right
it's
there.
the same shit.
Yeah, all that shit right there.
I want to say Twin Height.
Yup.
You had
Remember the Hangman figures?
the Hangman
Yeah, I
figures,
remember that.
Yeah.
right?
Yup.
Al Tariq Best, shout out to Al Tariq Best.
Mhm.
You had, damn, it was OCM,
Channel Live, nigga.
Channel Live.
Yeah, Hakeem was
Yeah,
Mr.
Hakeem
Green.
Yeah.
So you had these guys that you had so much talent around, like it influenced you.
Format. It was a group called Format that ain't never really they really had a chance to bubble though. It was
yeah.
East Orange.
You had Old Coop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn. That's Ghost Town, Ghost City or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Right. Orange.
Word.
So it was a lot of guys that was kicking up that was around that Double O.
Yeah, hell yeah. For real.
So many guys that was around that
The
you
influence.
could right influence.
Yeah.
Word.
Besides the Naughties, the Redmans,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Queen Latifah.
Right.
Besides those people, you had still people around that.
All them people, all them celebrities that used to come to EO, was you ever starstruck over somebody that you walked out and seen or bent the corner and like, oh
Nah.
shit. Nah?
I wasn't never starstruck, but you feel proud.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You feel proud and you like you feel the influence and the energy. And you start to look up to what it is that they were able to accomplish. because you want to accomplish and be progressive just in life, period, too. Even if it ain't music. You know what I mean? So
was you ever a solo artist? After you and Jay Black, was you ever?
That I did become a solo artist.
Yeah. How was it going from group, everybody sharing bars and sharing hooks on verses
that
to
shit ain't last.
you having to?
It didn't last for me being a solo artist. I started working on a project. I learned how to engineer. So when I learned how to engineer, I had Prince Ock, right? Come,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the reason why Prince Ock came is because me and Jay Black, Prince Ock had an artist he was working with, and me and Jay Black did a joint with his artist. And we was tight ever since then. So because I started engineering also, because I wanted to learn how to engineer my own projects now. So he came and he did a song. He was working on the project himself. He brought Do It All. We did like five songs that I engineered that day. And from
what studio you was working out of?
So Tariq Best had a program that he called that I actually was responsible for FP Youth Outcry.
Right.
And when he had the studio down there, I started to teach some of the younger kids hip hop, rap, writing, engineering. And I did this alongside with Qasim Samad from Mad Bass. Rest in peace to him.
In peace.
Right.
Cousin Kaz.
And it was dope because the kids were so young, but they was interested in, learning music, and it was keeping them out of trouble. You know what I mean? So Prince Ock came. When I had no kids there, he recorded there. When he recorded, what ended up happening is we started doing more joints.
Right.
So Do It All, like, I'm about to have a studio down in Halsey. You gonna come engineer? I was like, yeah. So he's like, yeah, you engineer, then I'll give you time now. You can do your own shit too. And blah, blah. They would be doing songs, and they'd be like, Riq, you got something for this? So I would start recording and recording. So I would be recording them and writing and then recording the records. And at the same time, Prince Ock had a family member down there that just kept speaking on a name that we should go by.
Right.
Called 050 Boys, which 050 stood for New Jersey. And it's not just for federal. Right. If you look at certain mail that you receive, that's the last three numbers that tells the government this is New Jersey. I think like New York is 054 or something like that. But every state and place has a code. But when it's that 050, that means New Jersey. Right. Because that brother came out of that system, he's like, yeah, that's what y'all should. And that was another way to say Jersey boys. Right, you know what I mean? And when that happened, it's kind of like they was recruiting me. And the idea from that was like, damn, we got IOF.
I remember IOF.
Which was Salute to them, which was Midi.
Ace and all of them.
And True Triller, right? Shout out to Ace too.
Word.
But I think he started doing his thing that he was doing. So at that moment it was just Midi and True. And then Prince Ock, of course, he was from South Ward. Right. And then it came myself. Right. But it was one piece that was missing. And me and Prince Ock spoke the drift. So the first 050 Boys was 5.
And you know
it was Midi Murdoch, True Triller, me, Drift, and Prince Ock. Oh. And whatever solo shit that I thought I was working on, that shit stopped immediately right there.
Yeah. So that's when that take me back to when I first got introduced to 050. I got introduced to 050 from a mutual homie that I got. Salutes to Burn, because Burn he from my hood. He was
Right.
cool with Prince Ock, and
Right.
I know Prince Ock and old Smiley O. They
Smiley
cousins.
O, rest in
You know what
peace.
I mean? Rest in
Smiley
peace
O.
to Smiley O. So
Right.
I know they cousins and shit. So at the same time, the first video I saw, I don't remember what's the name of it, but I know Drift in there. I think dude was smoking a cigar. It was like y'all was at a table.
Dude said, "We came to crush."
Yeah, y'all was sitting at the table.
Dun.
That's the shit right there. Yeah.
Yeah, the movie was getting shot. The Zoo movie
Right.
was getting shot.
Right.
And that video was a record that was shot for music for the project.
Right.
We was working on a compilation project at that time. It just so happens I wasn't on that song. But that's what's the start of it right there.
Mm-hmm.
And actually Trex was coming down too.
Mm-hmm.
So we had Do It All down there with his guidance, Trex down there with his guidance, and then we had us
Hip-hop
that
royalty,
That's
man.
what I was just thinking that all hometown
combined with each other.
Yeah.
Being me and Drift both being from Illtown. Drift was from Park Ave. So he was on the other side of me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we both being from Illtown, and then you had these guys, Mitty and True, that was from North, from South Ward.
Right.
But Prince Ock, a lot of people don't know, is also from East Orange and North, because Prince Ock used to live in East Orange too, right? So he used to play baseball with Fam. Shout out to Fam from Rotten Rascals.
Right.
So now you had two guys from EO, Prince Ock, and then two guys from North. That when we all just came together.
Word. So with that, I know y'all went on tour and all that with Naughty at one time, right? Y'all went on tour, the 050 boys.
So we did do a couple shows with Naughty
Right.
where we opened up for them. But before that, I had went on a tour that Naughty went was called, before 050 even happened, I was a part of the Garden State Greats.
Oh.
So that was a tour that went out for a little bit. And the Garden State Greats was a collaboration of artists that, you know, they picked and they took with them who had records on the project. And before Naughty performed, we would perform.
Right.
So I probably did about 4 or 5 shows.
What?
In the Garden State Greats.
Different cities? Where
Delaware, Connecticut, and then New York, somewhere else. I don't remember. But
big crowds though.
Huge crowds.
Yeah.
So that even sent me like, damn, bro, I could do this shit.
My life.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I ain't even them, they don't even know my song.
Yeah.
So if they giving me a certain kind of response and energy,
Right.
and even when you get off of the stage, they giving you a certain kind of and
that's
first of all, shout out to them for even
putting
me in that experience.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Because a lot of people never experienced that shit, bro.
Right.
Like to even rock a fucking arena or
right.
You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to Famil from Rotten Rascals and J Sue, because those were two of the guys that actually were putting the Garden State Greats together. You know what I mean? With
And J
Trex.
Sue, he a big promoter. He a
big-
promoter, right?
yeah.
The biggest.
Huge. Yeah, nah, for sure.
The
For
biggest.
sure. For sure.
So shout out to them. But that was an experience that I was like, damn, I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So how was like tour life though? Like I said, we never been on tour life. What's the wildest shit you ever seen in those 4 shows that you've been on?
And it wasn't for me.
Nah, it's
right? But seeing women throw their bras up on the stage.
Yeah.
When old boy got on the stage, I'm talking about they took their bras off and threw them up on the stage.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. And then seeing the people's response when I got off of the stage and went amongst the people.
Right.
I'm talking about like you really a star.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that experience was super dope. You know, we done promo, we done K Slade at Hot 97. I know everybody in the hood heard me when I was up there.
Right.
So when I came home, they telling me that I did my numbers up there.
Yeah.
That gives you a certain kind of confidence.
Nah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean? It
Hell
makes
yeah.
you feel, damn, I can be successful with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But shout out to them for that experience.
Bro, let's talk about the movies though.
Right.
How many films you got under your belt?
I want to say 2 that I happen to be a part of.
Right.
And then others that I try to create myself. Which I am creating now.
For sure. Speak that shit into existence.
And that's again art.
Right.
Right. I didn't even know I was gonna be good at shit like that.
Right.
But that goes in the art category. And now I really can write movies and storylines. And I didn't even recognize this, but that came from music. You know what I mean? And all of it is just artistic. And now even knowing that I can act, you know what I mean? Word. All of those things is. Oh, and shout out to Riders, because that happened to be a movie also. So I would say 3.
You go from the movies to now you started a crew. It's called ILLCity.
Right.
Now, what influenced ILLCity? Like coming from 050 Boys and all that. So now you got a whole different crew. It's called ILLCity.
Right. So when it came down to ILLCity, it's just like in life when you doing something,
right,
and you want to be successful at it, you can be doing something as a unit, but you still got, goals of your own too.
No, for sure.
So I end up meeting all of these guys that was a part of my life in certain periods of me doing music. And I just felt that it was a time for unification and some things that I wanted to bring to the table and create. And I felt like in a lot of ways, Jersey wasn't able to help each other to a certain extent. And I wanted to start that energy and create that thing. So, that's where ILLCity came from. I brought the family with me too.
Hold on. Let's who is ILLCity, man? Who is ILLCity? Huh? Who is ILLCity? Give it up to the guys, man. Salute to ILLCity.
Live, pour me up, live.
Salute. Partner, salute.
What's up, baby? Welcome to the platform.
We got ILLCity in the motherfucking building at BARTAWK, huh?
BARTAWK.
Y'all know this shit.
ILLCity gang.
Salute. All right, so y'all see what's going on, man.
I end up running across ODM. ODM was like, yo, man, you gotta hear the shit we doing right now. And I started listening to it like, damn, shit dope. And I end up.
Who is ODM? For the people that's watching, who is ODM?
Out the motherfucking mud. Shout out to Shot Go Bang, Frank Castle, Grim Syfe, the 3 Wolves out the mud. So I was listening to a lot of their music, and we was going back and forth. We met from a mutual friend.
Right.
And before I even met Grim Syfe, I met Shot Go Bang and Frank Castle. And I was like, yeah, we gotta do something.
Right.
And we did our first record that we did together with Grim Syfe.
Right.
And at first they was a 2-man group when I met them.
Right.
I'm like, when I heard Syfe, I'm like, damn, he missing. He need to be here. And we all spoke to Syfe. Syfe was with it, and then they became a 3-man group. And they've been rocking crazy with that cohesiveness that they got. Doing that triple threat that they do.
Right.
And they got a project coming out next month from Out the Mud. Tell them what it's called, fellas.
Come step up to the front line, fellas. Come step up to the front line real quick.
ODM Out the Mud, man. All fair mud award. EP on the way, you heard?
Yes, sir.
Coming soon for them edge here.
Next month. Fresh out the oven and bubble.
Word. So let me ask y'all a question. Like, you know what I'm saying? For y'all being a 3-man crew, how is it fitting in to a motherfucking conglomerate such as ILLCity though? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, for me, you know what I'm saying, I'll let the fellas answer, but for me it was easy, man, because all these guys, like, I looked up to all these guys before meeting them, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Me and Doc, we got a history. You pretty much down there, watch me come up, you know what I'm saying, stop. I always admire what Stomp did from afar, you know what I'm saying? Nut Riq with the old 50 boys. So for me, it was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Go from looking up to these brothers to being able to call them my brothers, you know what I'm saying?
For sure,
Like,
for sure.
Like a lot of people don't get that opportunity, you know what I mean? So
For sure.
it's just dope for me. I mean, I don't take it for granted.
Word. How did the name ODM come up? Who came up with the name?
I mean, we all kind of came up with it together. It's basically the moniker for, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
what we stand for.
Nah, for sure.
Get knocked down 9 times, get up 10,
Nah, for
you out
sure.
the mud. So,
Perseverance, right?
perseverance, resilience,
life,
all that
man.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you need water to live.
Right, straight
I
life.
mean, but when you take water and mix it with the earth, you get mud. You know what I'm saying? We mix with that dirt, you get mud. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Mud is life.
Talk that talk, bang.
What type of flavor y'all bringing to the, you know what I'm saying? To the Ill City camp? What type of shit we can expect to hear on y'all project that's soon to come out?
Man, the essence, you know what I'm saying? Raw, compassion, attacking the beat, you know what I'm saying? Relentless, no letting up. Everything you can ask for in the MC, tell you the truth. Three aspects, you know what I'm saying?
Expect to get punched in the mouth.
I feel like hip hop interchanged a lot of sounds and dynamics over the years, you know what I'm saying? So, us being the young ones, you know what I mean, coming up, we feel like we could we sound like now, but when you hear us, you want to hear that history.
Yeah, basically bridging the
We
gap.
studied our greats, right?
All three of y'all from North?
Me, I'm from Irvington, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Frank from North, yeah. Syfe, he from
I'm from EL Irvington.
Word, that's dope. That's dope. Essex County, this motherfucker. Sure.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Heavy.
Word.
The wolves get busy. The wolves get busy.
Firehouse Music, you know what I'm saying? PGKD. You know what I mean? I hope I ain't missing nobody, but
Word.
They got that record out right now from Ill City Gangland. It's called Bring the Pain, featuring myself.
Word. Y'all got a visual for it?
Yes, sir. So go watch that. So Gutter, after I met Out the Mud, Nut was we was from the same hood.
Right.
And I was like, all right, Nut, it's time, because we already been conversing through the year already before. And I just let them know, like, when I was ready, that I was going to let them know, let's start moving on it. And once they came and I spoke to him, and Nutty was ready to go.
Right. The big dog back here, you heard? Step up front, bro. Step up front, yo. Word. My nigga right here bringing a whole different fucking energy to the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So was it a no-brainer to join the Ill City crew?
Yeah,
like,
it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
No question, man. I mean, like bro said, being a fan, like I think, we always fans of one another at some point, form, fashion.
Right.
So, just being the one big conglomerate was like, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Word. So what was that energy for you when y'all first got together to do the gangland?
Oh man,
oh, they laughing. It's something about that. What's up? What happened, fellas?
It brought a whole nother level of artistry out of me, man. It taught me a lot of patience, a lot of structure.
For sure.
Definitely a lot of self-discipline.
For sure.
I'm always the one that's getting, got on.
Yeah. Nah, we're. Hey, yo, that's an insider, man. That's behind the bar shit, man.
You gotta be real with yourself though, too, man. You gotta understand that, what I'm saying, your brothers is your brothers.
Nah,
your
for
brothers
sure.
are solid. They only there to structure you right. So
Word.
when you know it's right, you shouldn't see no wrong.
For sure. How many joints you want on the Gangland album?
Man, shit. Put it like this. More than you can imagine. And in order to know, go check it out.
Talk this shit, man. Talk this shit. What's up? Who else we got, Riq?
And then I already had a relationship with Stump. I've been a fan of Stump too. Like watching Stump, like he get busy.
Who haven't been a fan of Stump?
When I,
That's like, you know what I'm saying?
when I spoke to Stump, man, hey, Stump, tell me the story, Stump.
Which part? Know what I mean? Because I know you definitely gave me the call, but what pretty much kind of has sold me as far as like getting with it was, I already had a rapport with old 50 boys as a whole,
for sure,
and like the way Essex County is, like, everybody kind of got their own cliques, and they only rock with who they rock with. But for some reason, they used to reach out to me periodically, yo, we got a record for you to hop on.
Right.
So that was always dope to me. And then, like, you know, even over the years, like, my first time on the radio was because of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, on satellite radio. Like, and they don't owe me nothing. I'm not from their hood, none of that. Sure. So, you know, I say that to say, like, bro always kept a rapport with me, like, invite me to shows or videos, you know what I'm saying? And even down to the social media, like, yo, I got stuff from 8-9 years back, and he either was showing love in the comment section or he actually was sharing it. They was actually sharing it. So, and then when he called me and told me, he was like, yo, I got a proposition for you. So I'm like, all right, what up? He was like, I need to see you face to face though. So that rung a light bulb off to me. Right. I'm like, all right. And then when we got together, we chopped it up. I'm like, yo, let's move out.
Word. Was that hard? Like, cause you know this family already, but it's like you coming from a solo artist and having to share the spotlight with all of the guys, including India Rose. You know what I'm saying? Like, how was that for you transitioning to that? Because we all know Stomp as a solo artist.
True. When you don't have an ego and you selfless, it's not hard to do. No, my mission is I'm trying to get to the chip.
Word.
So, you know what I'm saying? And everybody is talented. Word. Everybody get busy.
Nah, for real.
Word. So it was a no-brainer. Like, before I had all the right people around me, but it was for the wrong stuff. You know what I'm saying? When we go to shows, everybody whipped up and you know what I'm saying, in case somebody gets stupid, but I ain't had nobody on the business side. You know what I'm saying? Like, Riq been showing me a lot of stuff with the business and how to move better as an artist too. So yeah, it's coming along right.
So that's dope. Who else we got?
And then if anybody start really doing a history and researching things on me, they'll start seeing all of these guys in the vids, right? In my visuals, being supportive of myself, not knowing we was gonna be the family that we was.
Right.
So Dot was one of the people that was always around supporting. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the fact that he was around and supporting that way, when this was assembled, he started to be around even more. And him being around even more, it only made sense to me to say, bro, you need to be a part of this.
Word.
And he was with it.
Word. It was a no-brainer. Like,
word up.
I deal with energy. This shit is honorable.
Right.
You know I mean, I'm dealing with people that I met at some point in my life that it was always positive.
No, for
you know what I'm saying? Always a push. Plus, I was always a fan of Riq, the old 50 boys and what they were doing. So it was only natural.
Word up. That's what's up. And you bring a whole different wave to the crew and all that from what I see. You know what I'm saying? You put that shit on, you know what I'm saying? Salute to the guys. And your bars is crazy. And the collaboration joint that you and Stomp did was fire. So once I seen that and I heard the album and I paid attention to the videos because I'm always watching this shit. And then when I seen y'all, matter of fact, Stomp told me like, yo, bro, we about to fuck with this ILLCity shit with Riq or whatever. So the shit y'all doing, bro, is fucking dope. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, can we speak about India Rose being that she ain't here?
Hell yeah.
What part she play in the crew? How did she, you know what I'm saying?
First lady.
Right. She the first lady. She brings like a balance because, and what I mean by that is, you know, men, we got ways of going about things because we men.
Right.
But a lot of times, like, certain things that we may say or not say because she around, and even in our actions, you know. But it also makes us move a certain way if we out together, because we got to be protective of her.
Right.
So you don't even want to. You could be the toughest guy all you want to be, but if you creating a certain kind of energy when you out, you gonna get that energy back sooner or later.
Right.
You think twice about being that kind of way when you want everybody to get home, especially the first lady, your woman that is a part of your group, that you know is your family. You don't want nothing to go wrong with her safety. So you gonna think first before you just act on whatever your emotion is. You know what I mean? And she brings that balance. But she'll also get on a record with us and she'll be like jumping the camera like I'm the best rapper in the crew.
Oh yeah,
Cause
she crazy with
she'll go off too. So the fact that keep us on our toes also.
Right.
Cause I'm gonna keep it 100. It's a woman's game right now in hip hop. The women going off in hip hop right now.
Nah, they going off, but not like indie.
Say that. Say that. So when you got that, you don't want her to be able to have that one up either.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm the best in her, and be able to say that shit because she just shows she is.
Because she'll let you know.
Hey, yo, let me ask y'all a question. Because I come from a group too. Like me and Draz, we was a part of a group and all that. Now, with some of the songs that y'all wasn't a part of, what was one of them shits that I'm gonna ask?
What song
that you felt like, damn, why ain't on that one? Oh, this Unbreakable.
Yeah. You said that shit in the group, nigga. You said
Word up. Word up. So
cool world.
Man, it's so much shit that
how do
people
y'all
ain't
decide?
even
How do you decide who's gonna be on what?
Go ahead, Frank.
Look, Riq cooked everything up. Like he had a structure with his shit. And this what impressed me about him.
Right.
All right, look, you gonna be on this one.
We
You gonna
bullshit.
be
That nigga
quarterback
had
the
a
whole
recipe.
thing. You know what I'm saying? So he making sure
He not bullshit. That nigga gave us a playbook.
for real. He made sure he had certain people on certain tracks, and you be like, yo, why am I on this? He's like, yo, bro, relax. You know what I'm saying? Just listen to it after it's done, and then when it's done, you like, all right, you put that. You right. That was a good play.
Heard that joint out.
That's why he the QB, man.
That's
why he the QB.
And one thing I wanted to make sure that I mentioned in this interview, I seen when you did the Prudential, when y'all rocked at the Prudential Center, you got the what's that, the Hub Award, right? That's the award for the Hub. Give us a little spill behind that. Like what how did you get that award? Like,
well, that was my second time that I was awarded, because the first time I was awarded, I put together a Healthy Kids Olympics between all of the wards, North Ward, South Ward, East Ward, West Ward, Central Ward. And they competed with each other, Olympics that I created.
Right.
And with the help of ILLCity Best. Right. And because of that, I was awarded for that. But also being a part of Rhymes and Reasons, that program that I had youth that I actually taught music alongside of Kaz and Steve Sam, who also, even though he knew a lot more that I didn't know, and he taught me a lot also, he ain't have no problem with an ego thing, knowing that, you know, it was a position where I ran a program.
You was on your grind talking your shit too. He like it's on his LL. He licked his lips like I'm tired, man. It's so go on. Like I'm tired, man. Like, but that's dope, man. How was it with y'all performing at the Prudential Center? Like y'all not unsigned artists, and you share the stage with your crew, and that's dope. That you ain't, you know what I'm saying, take the whole stage.
I think that's missing.
What the like sharing?
We
the
don't
stage
fucking share enough.
Yeah, nah, that was dope.
And everybody don't. Everybody, I'm not Drake or nothing, but I can share.
Right.
It's not. I don't think that our people understand that when you share, even if the artist may be better than you or whatever it is that you're doing, you doing that, they help continue your legacy too.
Right. So
it's not like you just taking a back seat, because the Creator bless who you become a blessing for.
Right.
So what's for you is for you anyway.
Nah, for
so
sure.
Long as you share because if you receive blessings, then you want to be a blessing to other people.
Right.
And you'll get that in return.
Right.
So I don't think, like, a lot of times in our community that we understand that if we share, it doesn't make you less than.
Right.
When you look at Lil Wayne, he gave his whole energy to his crew.
No, for sure.
And Drake might have came and surpassed him.
Right.
And even Nicki.
Yeah.
But that even puts him in a greater position when you look at it, because he's the one who brung it to the world.
Right.
So you can never look you can never overlook it because he's the one who showcased this talent.
Right.
And I don't think that we look at things that way because we always want to be the one. But that's not the importance because every other, even in a greater, deeper stance, every other culture of people, they understand legacy.
Right.
We don't. We only understand a lot of times the right now. Right? So that's what's missing.
Who the most difficult to work with?
Woo! Who the most difficult to work with as far as what?
Wait, who you asking?
You
asking me, right?
Now he don't know what to ask.
So
everybody like respectfully though, like because everybody got their own personalities. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got their shit.
Yeah.
So it might not be in music, but it might because we're a family too.
Nah, for
So
sure.
it might be on the personal. So everybody got their own shit.
Nah, that's
I will say who is the easiest to work with. Big fella back here is the easiest to work with. As I just say, he gonna already be.
It's whatever.
It's not that it's whatever, but he already. Let me say this. He has himself in a place where he wants to evolve so much that he want to soak up everything. So he always in that zone. I don't know why. You can ask him why, but he always in the zone that he want to soak up. Everybody got moves, personally.
Sure.
They could be going through this in life or going through that in life. So I might call Shot, and Shot could have just went through something that was on the street like, yo, and now he got that same energy. But big fella, I don't know. A lot of times he just keep it. He still got it the same. So he usually the easiest. But he got his shit too. You know what I mean?
So I'll be like, Riq, I don't want to hear that shit right now.
Word. That's what's up. So what's next for ILLCity, man, as a crew?
So we do got a ILLCity maxi single that's coming out. It's gonna be coming out while ODM got their project.
Explain to the people what's a maxi single.
So a maxi single has more than one record. It actually has more than a side A, side B. So it may have about 3 joints on it. So that'll be coming out while ODM has their project out, right? Okay. All Sphere, Mud and War. And then got something dropping with Rose and Stomp.
Together, collab?
Right, it's fire.
Single or
it's a single. Right, it's a single. That'll be dropping too. I got some more singles from Stop Drumping, some more from Dot, and some more from Nut. It's gonna come like a smorgasbord.
Word.
But right now, the most important thing is that we all focus on Out the Mud to drop the project.
That's what's up.
What's
up, fellas? Y'all ready? Out the Mud, y'all ready? Word up. That's what's up. How many visuals y'all got? For the
we just shot one last night.
Word. What's the name of it? To the one y'all filmed last night.
Any of y'all.
Right. That's what's up. When y'all supposed to drop it?
I like to look at the climate of things.
Okay. No,
and then throw the ball.
All right. Well, I'm saying though, fellas, what's up? We about to talk. We about to talk crazy. We gonna get some bars on Bar Talk. What we doing?
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Hey, yo, I do want to say this though. The fact that Riq is a selfless person, and you know what I'm saying, he goes out his way. Like, yo, when shit go left, he be the one who take the blunt force of it. You know what I'm saying? When shit is needed, he be the one that will extend himself to provide situations. Like, that makes it, working with somebody like that make it a lot easier to be loyal to him.
Right.
So y'all think twice before y'all think about coming for us.
Talk this shit.
What you want for yourself, you want for your brothers. So that's how you gotta move.
Oh yeah, and we got 2 Bar Talk alumni up here too. Let's not get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The homie Dot Bundini and Stomp was the first feature artist up on Bar Talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? So salutes to that, man.
Bar Talk!
Salutes to that. Yo, word up. So now we about to get into some shit, man. You heard? BARTAWK, ILL City. It's your homie Road Gutter, young men from the projects with a vision of better our circumstances, built from the ground up, putting 10 on that thing, putting that fly shit on, and jumping in front of cameras. BARTAWK!
I got plans that make